All right, I just want to go over quick what this is and how to think of it and how to use it. So I'm looking in the future as hopefully things will go right and we can expand and be profitable and make some money. So WDS is the world domination software. We're going to create games, applications, websites. It is a indie dev studio primarily. One of the applications that we create at WDS is the game server panel, which is our fork of Open Game Panel OGP. Period. It um, incorporates some commercial features, how to rent servers with a website to new users, um, and having servers run on different uh, locations. The original OGP was a one server, ran everything. So now you can select different locations, and we're adding features all the time, such as backups and be able to migrate your server from one location to another, workshop integration. So this is our software development. Game Servers World is what a lot of you are um, familiar with, actually renting the servers and hosting them. That is a separate entity that uses our software. So they should have their own site that would have for their issues. We're only concerned here with the actual development of the software product as a product itself. Since we're just a handful of people, it's easier right now to keep all of that right here as well. But eventually it would split off. One of the examples here would be in our repo. I created a script to reinstall all the applications needed on a Windows server um, and set up all the firewall, everything that's needed. And it should do it in like 10, 15 minutes. It pulls all the files from our file server. So, but that's really something that's in the domain of Game Server's World. That's their server. They want to configure it. They want to reinstall it. So what they would do is, as a web game server hosting company, is they would ask an indie developer, World Domination Software, in this case, hey, create us a script that does this, and we will pay you $20. We create the script, we sell it to Game Servers World. The money is all internal, but it's different teams, and it's transferred over. So, um, when we're talking about money, one of the things here is Game Servers World and World Domination Software. We want to work this as a collaboration, a team effort, profit sharing. So here on worlddomination.dev, there is the Join Us page. And if you come here and look, we're looking for people to join us, work together, all the terms and the procedures and what we expect is here. We would end up just splitting the profits, which is no big deal when you're talking $20. But if we could get Game Servers World to uh, take off, that's maybe a mortgage payment, maybe a car payment, certainly a pizza. Um, but that's that team. That would be the Game Servers World. Might be a different team than the World Domination Software team. So the Domination Software, we're creating games and applications. So we have Roadkill, we have our new Space 4X. We want to create a DayZ replacement. We have the 3D simulator for Pure for training. So we have a fair number of projects that we can work on, and we need some help. Uh, but we don't have a big bankroll to pay people up front. So the solution is profit sharing. So if you can do this in your spare time, we'll figure out, equitable uh, method of splitting it. There's some in here. There's some specifics about how that would be done. So on the repo right here, well, the main thing is the issues. This is whenever there's a bug. So for instance, CJB asked me the other day, hey, you can't connect to the Windows server. So he should have just created in this thing here. He creates this issue. And now we have a list. We always know, hey, this is something that that's a problem we need to fix. So it's a bug. Am I going to fix it? Am I not going to fix it? I put won't fix. Um, so, it should be a bug. So we would do there and bug. And who's going to work on it? Yeah, I'll work on it. So it assigns me. You could assign somebody else. I could assign Copilot to work on it. So that's the issues is going to have a list of everything that's open, that's a problem we need to work on, and everything that we've already fixed. So discussions, this is where, like, here's ideas, all the ideas for future games. Let's discuss the DayZ replacement that we want to build, Alien Invasion. So we can have polls, for what we should and shouldn't do. So it's basically a forum, the old web forums. And it'll save all the information, all the things that we talk about on Discord and to get lost, they would be saved here. So, projects. So, in the big scheme of things, if you create like our website, so when you create an issue, you can assign it to a project. So this is actually not wrong. This would be in the game servers world. So we should have a project called Game Servers World, and the FTP, when you create it, would be assigned to Game Servers World, and you can drag this around to whatever. And these are the default uh, statuses. So we would want to do in progress, completed, and whatever. Um, the wiki, I had showed you how to clone the this actual repo. You can actually clone the wiki. The wiki will have all the information. I got to fill out each one of these topics or make some that are more relevant. The main thing, like the accounts and the access, will have all the passwords and IPs and you know some commands on the Linux and Windows uh, administration. So you wouldn't have to actually come here. You could have it on your computer for a quick reference. So I think that's about it. The only other thing maybe would be, hang on a second, I'm driving, so 5 miles. Um, so up here, we have this team. So here's our thing. I can ask the agent, this is the project it's going to work on. This is the branch that it's going to work on. So just so you know, there's branches are different So we got a main branch. We should have an unstable one. So I can ask Copilot to do something right here. I can say, hey, create a README in this folder for something. Create a project. So I have a projects here I had shown before. So here's our pure ops. Hey, create a project for our DayZ replacement with the README and everything, and it will do it. And what it will end up doing is creating a branch. So it creates a new branch. So it doesn't directly interact with this here. And then we would go to the pull requests, and you would click on the pull request and you would tell it, hey, um, reopen. So we could reopen, and then we could merge the Copilot's changes in with ours. So, but that's how, you don't have to do that. That's a permanent change. Well, not permanent. It is always reversible. But you can say, hey, I just want to have it do something, and it's going to create its own branch and do that. So you can experiment with Copilot with things that you want it to do. And you don't need to know how to program. Um, I'll have a video on how to work with Copilot in a little bit. So that's about it for how to use this here. Issues should have everything that we have to work on. Um, the projects is all of our projects, and we'll keep track of them. And the wiki has all the information, and you can get all the information. You can clone that onto your desktop just like you cloned this.